buy or rent a house? I'm 20 years old. I'm a jazz musician. I live in New York City. I don't know what to do.
First, you need to weigh the pros and cons. Think about, will I have a stable income with this house? Think about it. If you're a starving musician, how are you going to be able to buy and maintain your house? In that case, you should probably find an apartment.
You see, as a jazz musician, I'm always working all over the place, whether I'm touring the country or working at various venues across the city. Also, I don't know what my future is going to be like in 5 years. I don't know if I'm going to be married, or I don't know if I'm going to have kids. So I think renting a house or renting an apartment is probably the best option for me.
The next thing you want to know is, how much money are you willing to pay for a house? Location is everything. If you're, say, living in New York, a condo or an apartment on Times Square is going to be way up there. And especially if you're someone who's like an artist or something, you don't have a steady income to be paying for a house like that. So you need to consider all the options when purchasing your house. Hello, it's me again, and I am here to talk to you about mortgages. What is a mortgage? A mortgage is a loan that is given to you basically as collateral when you're purchasing a home. Of course, to get qualified for these mortgages, you're gonna have to have a good credit score once again. So basically, the lender has to be able to have faith that you will be able to come up with the money and actually give them the money needed to purchase your home. How does Richard rent a house? Basically, to rent means to make monthly payments. For example, if he gets a nice apartment, maybe in like the suburbs of New York, he might have to pay like $1,000 a month, say. Basically, this is what keeps him in this property. But the downside of renting is you can't really like furnish your house. There might be restrictions on pets. Basically, you can't live the life that you want to live at this place that you're renting.
This is my workspace. Stage. I usually perform 5 nights a week, and I usually teach private lessons. So my weekly income is suitable for a lifestyle of renting a home or an apartment. So my monthly income is around, I would say, $3,000 to $4,000 a month, depending on how much I work. What's great about renting for a jazz musician is that I have the ease of mobility, fewer responsibilities, and I have lower initial costs when I'm paying my rent. The only really downfall of renting a house, or renting an apartment of that matter, is that I have few benefits in the form of tax deductions, and also too, I have legal obligations because of that landlord, and that I won't really have the real value of owning a house, and that's pretty much it. But other than that, I'm free to move wherever I want.
Now let's take a moment to thank our sponsor for today's video, apartments.com. It's very easy to find an apartment. You can just search your city, search your location, find many apartments for cheap prices, expensive prices, just everything. And this is how Richard was able to find a nice apartment in Manhattan, New York. So, yeah.
When buying a house, whether it be for the first or second time, there are things you should always consider. First, you must find out your needs and what suits you. Ask yourself, what type of housing should I buy? because you never know what the future has in store. Also, ask yourself what your budget is exactly. The wider the range, the more flexible you can be with different costs. You must be realistic with yourself and what you can afford. Keep in mind, there are always multiple costs involved with buying a home, and they are not always relating to money.